Hi, I'm Romy Soleimani, artist in residence with Bobbi Brown. I'm here in session with New York Fashion Week to show you the look for Ulla Johnson Fall Winter 21. I'm gonna start Alicia's skin with the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation. And to start, I'm just gonna take my brush and start at the center of the face and kind of blend out. And then I like to use my hand and kind of just really press it into the skin. And then I'm gonna go into my Bobbi Brown concealers and correctors. Every makeup artist I know has this, definitely a backstage staple. So I'm gonna use a little bit of sand. And just in any areas where I need a little bit more coverage. And I'm going very, very light. There's not a lot of product on my brush. And most of the coverage that I need is in the T-zone. And then any blemishes I'm covering. And we just want the skin to look flawless, not that, you can see the makeup on the skin. I always feel like at New York Fashion Week, designers really want that kind of gorgeous, fresh skin. And it's all about kind of creating that fresh skin, walking down the runway with all the bright lights, without it feeling heavy. So it's really important to kind of get that right. Okay, and I'm gonna use a little bit of corrector in the eye area. And corrector is a pretty magical product that really just neutralizes darkness in the eye area. And if you apply lightly, it still looks very, very fresh. You see, so I'm putting something heavier over any kind of blemish areas as opposed to giving her a mask of heavy coverage. And I like to keep going over areas that need coverage with very, very thin, light layers so you don't feel the heaviness. And it photographs really beautifully. So now for the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna start by lining the inside of the eye, top and bottom. And this is just a black kind of Kajal pencil. And this really defines the eye, and it gives it like an extra little kick. So next I'm also gonna go in with the longwear pencil, which is gonna just give it a little extra punch. This is also in black. So now what you're gonna do is, from the bottom lash line, you're gonna use this as your guide, kind of continuing the line from the bottom, right? So first of all, when you're looking at yourself or when the model's looking at you, you have them look directly at you when you're doing the cat eye, as opposed to looking down or to the side, because that's really how you get that kind of very straight line and not a swoop. Same thing on this side. Okay, and I'm gonna take a little brush. This is the ultra fine liner. And I'm just gonna smooth out my line. And don't worry too much about it, the precision, because we're gonna go over it with liquid liner. Okay, and you can use a little Q-tip. And I'm gonna keep working on that shape before I use the liquid. Open again. So now that we're in a good place with the pencil liner, now I'm gonna go into the ink liner. Ink liners are, a little bit stronger. They're very impactful, they're very sharp, they're liquid, they're a little less forgiving. So doing the pencil line beforehand is gonna give you a little kind of guide to start with and make it a little easier for you and a little less intimidating. So I'm gonna start at the very base of the lashes because I want it to feel really inky at the lash line. And I'm stamping it all the way to the inner corner of the eye. And then I'm going a little bit thicker following that pencil line. I also like the pencil line beforehand because it gives a little bit of like a hazy shadow outside of the liquid line, which I like. And I'm tracing the lower lash line very, very finely. I'm not going heavy and I'm not painting like a big line. I'm just kind of dotting at the lash line so it just feels that kind of intensity, that inky intensity. And on the bottom, I'll probably go, I would say like halfway in. And again, whether it's you doing your own makeup or doing makeup to someone else, just really have them look at you so that you can, or look ahead, so you can really feel that kind of sharp shape and get that straight line. Again, I'm doing little strokes just at the lash line. I'm pointing the brush outward this way towards the outer edge and then inward towards the inner edge. Just kind of stamping it very finely. And then from the outer corner, that's when I'm coming in so that I really feel that kind of straight line. And again, having it not be so sharp and painted on makes it feel a little bit more kind of sultry, a little bit more sexy. You know, the inspiration was kind of like Berlin vibes, this kind of sexy, a strong New York woman, and you know, the clothes were very Victorian, so we kind of wanted to go against that with something that was a little hard, but hard and soft at the same time. So that's really the look for the eye. It's really, there's no mascara. We use brow gel on the brows. It's really just about this kind of very straight liner vibe that's, you know, it's very impactful, but there's like a nonchalance and kind of a cool girl vibe to it. It's not like overly painted or overly drawn out. This is Cherry Crushed Lip Color. This is one of my favorite formulas. It's gorgeous, you know, on its own. It's gorgeous with the gloss. It's just a really beautiful, wearable color. And I'm really concentrating on the center of the lips. This is actually a fine eyeliner. I like the kind of small size of it. And you can just wiggle it into the middle of the lips. And this is your moment just to be an artist. You can bleed where it needs to bleed. And again, it's like, it's not about perfection. It's really about just experimenting with your lip products and kind of creating a new vibe. And I might just kind of tap out the edges with my finger so it feels seamless. Okay, and then I'm gonna finish with, I'm actually gonna use the Vitamin Rich Eye Base just to highlight and kind of give a little extra dewiness to the upper cheekbone area. You can do this before. I like, you know, adding a little bit after as well. Okay, and that's the look. I hope you enjoy this look. Just remember, it's really all about this kind of ease, not being perfect, no mascara, she's just a cool, strong New York woman. Thank you for joining me at New York Fashion Week.